King of Fomo.
What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Texitcoin, huge pump to close to $4. It was just a couple days ago. We were really excited about reaching $3, and we're already getting closer and closer to what I predicted, that $10 mark. On top of that, King of Fomo is officially very, very close to break even in this thing. I put about $9,000 into Texitcoin back on July 8th, and here we are a little over 2 months later, and we're already almost at that break-even point. And that's really exciting because from here on out with Texitcoin, pretty close here, I'm just gonna be getting pure profits on a daily basis. So we'll look and see kind of how much that is, how much I'm gonna be making, and we'll take a look at some other things too. One of the important things to note here is there is an official commission being paid out. This is my first commission from Texitcoin, and it's kind of interesting how that commission works. So definitely stick around for taking a look and seeing about how that works. So again, we're looking at $3.72, a self-reported market cap of $197 million, which is really, really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple other things here. Looking at the commissions, let's just go ahead and mention that right now. So this is my first commission in Texitcoin. As you guys know, since I've just sort of started up this channel again, I'm not getting tons and tons of commissions on a whole bunch of things. So you're seeing the raw details on how to earn with crypto passively without really getting too many people underneath you. But nonetheless, this is one that did pay off in the positive. So there's a $3,000 commission coming my way in the form of USDC. Now with Texitcoin, there's actually 3 ways that you can get paid out in commissions, and I'm really going to determine that a little bit differently and how I'm getting paid out in the future here if I do get some more commissions. But right now I did select to get paid out in USDC to my wallet. Now the other 2 ways you can get paid out is, one, the obvious way you can get TXC, those Texit coins, those juicy coins that are going up a lot in value. Honestly, that might have been a better decision to get paid out in TXC, seeing as how if we do get to that $10 mark, this $3,000 commission could easily turn into a $7,000 commission in a short period of time if we do hit that $10,000 mark, if I'm paying this out in TXC. And the other way to get paid out, which is really, really interesting to me, and probably what I'm going to be doing from here on out for commissions, is you can get commissions in hash power. So what that means is that $3,000 can be paid towards more hash power, so you can mine more TXC on a daily basis, and that's going to be very important. I can show you guys why here in a second. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We're going to go to my account, and we're going to look at the rewards over the past couple days here. So just looking at these rewards, I have 1400 hash power, and that is getting me about 12 TXC per day, which is still good. I'm not complaining about that, right? 12 TXC per day at $4 a piece is close to what, $50 a day. That's pretty dang good. But still, as more and more people jump into here, and we'll take a look and to see exactly how many people are in this thing, but as more and more people do jump into Texitcoin, that your reward's going to go down, right? It's just the nature of how crypto works. Once cryptos get popular, then the kind of the wealth that you can get doesn't dry up, but it goes down a little bit. And on top of that, the rewards that you're getting is going to decrease, but the price of TXC is going to increase. So hopefully that kind of pads the decreased rewards over time as the hash power increases. So that is why I kind of want to stack up on hash power. That way I can get paid out more of these TXCs per day. I don't think we're going to get back to the days of getting 20, 30 TXC a day. But imagine if we did, if I got enough commissions to stack up enough hash power to get 30 TXC a day like we were back in July. How much is that? I mean, we're looking at, was that 30, 60, 90, $120 a day that you're going to be paid out from this thing. And again, this is what I'm thinking about for the future, because of the fact I talked about earlier how from here on out it's just riding pure profits, or it's just riding the mining rewards and not really worrying about that initial investment anymore. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about in terms of, should I really try to increase this hash power as much as possible, so that instead of getting, you know, $50 a day as pure profits, it would be really nice to be getting $120 a day, back to that 30 TXC daily. So again, really excited with this thing. I'm happy this thing has worked out really nicely. I really haven't been trying too many other things in the crypto space. You know, we still have Blue BNB going, and just like one or two, honestly, I think that's probably it. There's maybe one or two other things going that I'm doing sort of passively, but I just don't have time to really look at charts too much, which is why I've sort of sat on my hands a little bit on some of these other things. But there's some other products that some of my buddies are getting into that I'm going to try and, you know, potentially jump in on too. But let's continue talking about TXC. So I want to look at some of the numbers here that we usually look at on here. You can see that the hash rate is increasing quite a significant amount. And this is what I talked about earlier. The average per miner is decreasing on a daily basis, right? So previously, we can go and look at the monthly charts for here. Back in October of 2024, you were getting 326 TXC daily for one miner, and obviously we've significantly decreased from October of 2024. We're almost looking at 1 year later. That reward has decreased to just 4 TXC per day. So you can imagine if the momentum does continue, and I do think this is pretty early for this thing, if the momentum does continue, just like how Bitcoin spits out tiny Satoshi's worth of rewards to miners on a daily basis, it's going to be a similar case here with Texitcoin. But nonetheless, even though you're only getting 4 Texitcoins per day with a miner, I think that it's going to be well worth it if the price of Texitcoin goes up, you know, similar to Litecoin, similar to Bitcoin. And, you know, you can look at Litecoin as a pretty good comparison because that is what it is. It's a fork of Litecoin, to see kind of where Texitcoin can go if you're looking at the extremely optimistic end of things. And we'll do that in a second. And that way you can not really, you know, say, oh man, I really missed it with this 4 or 5 TXC per day if you're getting only one miner in this thing. $63 million in the platform altogether. Again, huge increase, and we're seeing massive numbers of miners jumping in here on a daily basis. Currently, we're sitting at 25,555 miners, which again sounds like a big number, but in reality, not that much when you're comparing it to the Litecoin, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all those miners that are out there right now. And I imagine if this thing does get traction, we could talk about this in a separate video because this is getting kind of long, but if this thing does get a lot of traction, you can imagine that it's not just going to be this Mine TXC website people that are going to be mining Texitcoin, but there's going to be other people who have you know, L7 Litecoin miners already that are going to switch their hashing method from Litecoin to Texitcoin because of the profitability. And that's where you're going to really start to see some interesting stuff happen in terms of the price, I think. But we won't talk about that too much because I have to look into that a little bit more. But that is everything for this. I guess we can kind of look at that, like I said earlier, that number that I was talking about. So right now we're looking at 5 TXC per day in here. And if we compare that to the price of Litecoin right now, so let's go ahead and look at Litecoin. Litecoin is going to be ranked 19 right now. Litecoin is sitting at $115. So if you're looking at the extremely optimistic end and saying, hey, well, what if Texitcoin reaches Litecoin's level in terms of market cap? Well, you're looking at 5 TXC a day doesn't sound too bad right now with one miner, because you're making over $500 a day with just one miner. And right with me, I'm making close to about 12 TXC per day, and that's going to be $5,000+ a day if we're looking at the super optimistic end. That's if TXC gets to the top 20 coins. But it's okay hanging out where we're at right now and looking for that in the future. All right, guys, that is everything for this video. If you're interested in joining Texitcoin, check out my other videos. You guys can also look at the link below if you want to jump in on this. And maybe I'll do like a refresher on the joining procedure, because I like some people get a little scared. Oh man, I sent my money in. What do I do now? I don't see anything. So just do be a little bit patient if you do sign up, and just watch my older videos on how to sign up for TXC and to get the process on that. But for this video, we're gonna go ahead and sign off here. I'm excited to show you guys. I'll do an update on the commission and when that commission gets paid out, so I can show you guys that. And we'll continue on from there. I got a lot more stuff that I'm cooking up and ready to talk about in the future. Catch you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace out.